Good morning. Welcome. My name is Barbara Fewitt, and I'm honored to be a member of the Leadership Council here at Center for Spiritual Living Greater Boston, and even more honored to be doing the welcome and the invocation this morning with everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are a community of faith that is faith, philosophy, and a way of life. We teach spiritual tools that we can use at any moment of any day. And our mission is to create a world that works for everyone, knowing, of course, the one principle of oneness. We are all one with each other as we are one with the divine. So today, our yearly theme is living in everyday wonder. That is the Center for Spiritual Living's theme for the entire year. And today, the theme is pause and find the cause. And Gina is going to lead us on a journey as she brings us her message and her lesson of what it means to go within, how we live spirituality every day, how we do our own self-care, how we bring ourselves to that wonderful place of peace and joy and bliss. So welcome. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy all of you are here with us. Thank you.
This inner space has the power to set me free. It's the cavern of creation and the truth of you and me. This inner space, an eternity of time. It's the moment of the holy now and the allness that is mine. This inner space contains all that I need. From deep within the invisible flows the living air I breathe. This inner space is flowing in my bones. It stirs my heart, stirs my mind, and every prayer I've ever known. So I say, breathe, just breathe. Now this peace, this inner space is the ocean of your soul. And when you feel most broken, the truth is you are whole. This inner space connects us one to all, and though it will never push you, it will break down every wall. So I say, breathe.
And so now we're going to take a moment to just center in as we begin our service together. So just taking in a few breaths, breathing in gently and easily. And as you breathe out, just letting go of anything before this moment. Just feel yourself relaxing into your chair, whatever it is you're sitting on, knowing that you are completely supported, and just let go. And so I ask you in your mind's eye to just imagine the one beautiful, healing, loving light as you see yourself as part of this circle for this Sunday service. Just imagine a beautiful round circle you're sitting in with other divine beings. And picture this light coming up from the center of Mother Earth, up through all of the layers, up through the floor, and coming up in the center of our circle. And as it gets higher and higher, it fans out in 4 directions. It goes to each of the 4 corners of the room. And it roots us into the 4 directions. And so we call in the power of the North to inspire courage and leadership. We call in the power of the East to inspire new beginnings. We call in the power of the South to inspire love and an honoring of life. And we call in the power of the West to inspire creativity and expression. And as we are being filled with this one healing, loving light of the divine, we are illuminated with this light, and it emanates from us to each and every one in this circle and to the all, every living being that we share this wonderful planet Earth with. As we sit in this place of unconditional love and peace and joy, compassion and bliss, we see that in each other. We see the divine of each other. We see the love that we give and receive in this one circle. And for all of that, we are grateful. And so I ask you to bring yourself back into the consciousness of this service, of this moment that we are sharing together. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Barbara. And our next person that is going to be Darlene, who is going to be doing our spiritual reading this morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
As you've heard just moments ago, the theme today is pause and find the cause. I can't help myself. You can tell I'm not from New England because I don't say pause. Anyway.
Certainly not Rhode Island.
So
W?
now you will never forget the theme, pause and find the cause. So if things are not going as we hope, today's theme suggests we pause and find the cause of what's behind what we do not want. Our spiritual director, Gina, will teach us today about the meaning of this theme. So I decided to just simply share some Signs of Mind teachings that offer some basic background for those of you who are new and listening, wherever you might be, and maybe just to help us right here bring our focus to Gina's presentation. So recently, some of us were in a study group discussing The Power of Decision by Dr. Raymond Charles Barker. If you have not read it, this might be a wonderful time to take a deep dive into how your decisions or cause produce an end result or the effect of the cause. I had purchased a workbook to help me look more deeply into Barker's book, and the author is Pamela Gray, who has been on the faculty at the Holmes Institute in LA. And I'm going to use 2 of her definitions. The first is first cause, and the second is universal mind. So Dr. Gray shares this. First cause. Can you accept that a loving God, the first cause behind all creation, is ready to make your ideas real? Can you believe this to be true? You can know God firsthand, personal and up close, by believing everything around you is intelligence, God in action, or what Dr. Barker calls our opportunity to receive our divine bounty. How can we connect with an intelligence that is innate and intuitive? First, we need to call it what it is, our birthright. Accept it. Recognize that our ideas come to us from God as we consciously recognize some good we want for ourselves. Secondly, we must make a decision to act, accepting some good for ourselves, perhaps. Perfect ideas come to us from God to create specific demonstrations that we want and desire. Finally, she says, to remember, we express a level of expectancy, believing we will experience these desires of the heart, but at the expense of no other person. And she builds on that by her definition of universal mind, and I'll share that right now. It's very short. Okay, universal mind. We coexist with universal mind, connecting through our individual subconscious mind. It's our portal to God. Dr. Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of this philosophy of religious science, described intelligence as intelligence, the capital I, or call it spirit with a capital S. Either way you wish to express it, it is God in action in your life. Modern science has proven the universe or the cosmos to be an arena of intelligence. God will always intelligently respond to us, though we can be unresponsive or in denial at times. And that's when we make poor decisions. These are the times we hold on to an inferior thought or belief. As we evolve in our own state of consciousness by accepting better ideas, we open ourselves up to a greater use of this unlimited intelligence. God does not give you things, but rather gives you intelligent ideas to advance your goals for a balanced and successful life. And finally, Dr. Barker's advice in his original text is this. You are daily choosing your thoughts and beliefs and following acceptable norms. But with each choice, you are either creating a life with meaningful results or dying daily from inferior thoughts. So pause and ask yourself, what's in your mind? Thank you. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you so much for that. And we're going to sing one more song, and as we prepare for this message, I will make a quiet place.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a snowy day here in Medford, in Massachusetts. I'm Gina, and I'm blessed to be, the spiritual director of this beautiful and wonderful community. And it is just that. It is a beloved family of choice. And I'm grateful to the New Englanders that got up in the snow and came on out and are here in this oneness, in this home. And today's topic is pause and find the cause. And, there's a lot of things that come to mind when that is. When I think of that, there's so many things I'm like, yeah, but and then I'm warning you, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so all of the slides, well, they've got Valentines. It's just the way that it works. Way down underneath all the busyness, something or someone waits for us to come to who we truly are. All it takes is a simple pause to get in touch with the one who keeps vigil with us, the holy presence of so many names. Naprina, where, there's that one within us that always knows. And when we are present, we know that it knows. And we pay attention, and you know what happens? We know. It's a funny thing how that works, that be still and know. It's a funny thing. And life is so busy. So we're going to talk about that. What does it mean? How do I, our minds, they're like cameras. Everything we think about takes a picture. Everything that was way back when is still part of that movie, script and screen, that's playing in our lives. So sometimes it's a conscious thought that we're thinking that there it is, don't want that, or look at that, or but how did that get there? And sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's a subconscious thought to whatever's going on. And I don't know why things are showing up or why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. I just know that it's not where I want to be. So how do we get out of that place that we've created? Because we also know that the movie is ours and that thoughts are things and that I am responsible for what shows up in my life as a co-creator. What does that mean? Now, it's really important that in that, there is no feeling of guilt or shame or anything like that. Because I remember when I first heard that coming into these teachings, I did this. You're telling me I did this? There's a part of me that was very resentful about that. And it's not about that. We hear, there's just simples, there's cause and there's effect. And that's the way it works. I can knock over the dominoes. If I think the others aren't going to go, well, then I'm just delusional because that's the way it works. There's a cause and there's effect. And, I can't think one way and produce something else. It's going to show up. And that's how I know where my thinking is. It shows up. And it's about really being in that place and changing the conscious thought and witnessing it. It's not about judging it. It's not about pushing it away. It's simply about witnessing it and saying, oh, there it is again. So what do I do with that? And, we know that there's ways that things work. And we get a choice in how we go about our life. And in Science of Mind, Beyond Limits course, it states, in the study of science of mind, we try to uncover our hidden beliefs so that we can consciously choose to change these beliefs in the areas of our life that are not going well. Well, that makes sense, right? We want to change it. What isn't working, we want something different. So how do we do that? If we're driving in the wrong direction, what's the first thing we do? We stop going in the wrong direction. If you can make a turn, sure. But at the very least, we stop moving in the wrong direction. And it sounds so silly when I say it like that, but the truth is, well, don't do that anymore. I'll quit it, and it still hurts. So when I stop tripping over myself, I get the opportunity to say, okay, so now what? And what is it that I know, and what do I choose? And my feelings, as I always say, is the rumble strip. That when I'm not feeling the way that I choose to feel, I can go back to center. And I can go to that place, that quiet space, and I can do something a little bit differently if I remember. And that's the whole thing, is to remember. Stillness is not about focusing on nothingness. It's about creating a clearing. It's opening up emotionally, clutter-free space, and allowing ourselves to feel and think and dream and question. And that's Pinnacle. So that's being in that place of openness. We can open up to. And sometimes that's easier than others. When we're in the midst of the storm, or at least that way it seems. To remember to pause all the time. That's where the practices come in. Because we get caught up and we wonder, well, how did this get here? And the story starts spinning around in our head. And, our hidden beliefs, that's what does it. Our hidden beliefs, deeply held convictions, inevitably reflected in our experience and in our environment, both in the physical condition of our bodies and in all of our affairs in general. And that's Ernest Holmes from Beyond Limits. So our hidden beliefs that are held up in us, sometimes it's from childhood, sometimes it's from, sometimes we created it along the way, sometimes we don't even know that we have it. That's the worst part. Where did that come from? Sometimes they're insecurities. That, society gives us a million things a day that are pointing in our face, different ads, different news stories, different things of not enough. It is so easy for all those messages to seep in to tell me I must change. I must not be good enough. If no one's good enough, then I must not be good enough. And the truth is, your spirit. You are, you're God. You're stardust wrapped in skin. I sent this message today, actually, and not earlier this week. I do it in inspiration, and your mind is connected to the infinite intelligence, and you're living that way. And I read that, and it smacked me in the face. It literally was my own message that I typed out. Spirit through me, smacked me in the face this week. Am I living that way? Am I living my life knowing what I know and acting that way? And sometimes yes, sometimes no. Love and happiness are already within us. They're what we already are. It's the awakening to our sufficiency that will liberate us, because the resolution of everything is within us. So everything I need, all of those principles of life itself, all that is within me. It's the awakening to my sufficiency that will liberate me. So knowing that on a conscious level, it's a practice. It's putting that practice into place. And then it's going to that place of knowing that God is the principle of life, and His law is love. That's how it works. So spirit is all there is. There's love and there's law. And we know this. There's love and there's law. Only when we live consciously connected to God will we experience a conscious connection to love, because God is love and is law. So when I remember that everything I need is within me and there is sufficiency, I remember that the principle is already there, and how it works is love. And I can be consciously connected. I can choose. In that pause, I can choose again. Instead of saying, why me? Instead of saying, what the, like I did when I saw the snow this morning, because it was coming down. We were going to get a flurry. For those of you that are wherever in the world, New England, you never quite know, but we were going to get a dusting is what we were going to get up until 9 o'clock last night. And it was coming down like it was going to snow forever. I left the house in a matter of an hour, 2 inches already on the ground. The dusting turned into 6 inches. I'm like, okay, and that's life, isn't it? What we think is coming sometimes turns into a storm. So it's about the practices that we have and being in that place of understanding, even in the midst of the storm, the sufficiency is within me. The spirit within me can handle whatever is coming at me, towards me, in any given moment when I remember that. When I allow spirit to be that flow and let the law do what it does. I picture what I choose. That's the movie I want. I picture what I choose. As opposed to getting caught up in the story that we always do. Well, I don't want this to happen, and what if this, and what if that? It's being in that moment and being in that place of, I choose this, and staying there. And I do it all the time. I catch myself. A lot of the time, I catch myself, especially in bed, because isn't that when we go over our day sometimes? And then it's like, and I say, no, the last story I tell myself consciously is always, what do I choose? Because that's what our consciousness is. It's us reining in all those random thoughts, and I get quite a few of them. Reverend Allen calls them squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. When the random thoughts come up, I love that because it really is like anything can distract me. I love that because it really look. So at night before I close my eyes, I make sure that the last thing I do is picture what do I want it to look like? What does my beloved community feel like? What does my life feel like? What does my body feel like walking through life? How free do I feel? Financially, anything I need is available. What does that feel like? What does that look like? You know, and whether it's the house and my grandchildren coming over and being able to play with them and feeling free in that, what does that feel like? And that's when I close my eyes. That's the movie that I choose. What is your story that you're telling yourself in those quiet moments? Because that's where we pause to get back to. Because our cause is what we're getting to. The cause of whatever was. It might have been an event, it might have been a story, it doesn't matter. Our cause causes the effect. So when it says pause and find the cause, it's not just going back to say, well, where did it happen? How did I go wrong? There is no wrong. We're all walking each other home, as you said. So it's just about being in that place and remembering we're all in that place. And the best part of spiritual community is we remind each other. In those moments when I am not me, I can call you and say, I'm not feeling myself today. And you can remind me who I am because you shine who you are. And it's your reflection that I need. So it's these practices that give us that opportunity. So God is love or cause is showing us the way. And God is law makes the way possible. When we live in this conscious connection of unity, everything in our world will reflect God. Everything in our world will reflect God. So when I remember cause and effect, when I get to that place of remembering spirit is all there is and that includes me, therefore everything I need is within me. The way it works is through love, as love, because that's what spirit is. So when I am loving, when I am in that space of love, when I am in the flow of life, when I let it be easy, the law works. And I get the effect that I want. I just made that sound so easy, didn't I? Didn't I just make it sound like, well, why would I choose any other way? Because we forget. A friend of mine used to say, I go and I'm full. I walk out of service, I walk out and I'm completely full. And throughout the week, the bucket leaks. Because by the time I get back on Sunday, I'm empty. And sometimes it feels that way. The bucket leaks. He's an old fisherman, so I always got a kick out of it. The bucket leaks. It's got holes in it. And what it does is it dissipates sometimes. If we don't stay in our practices, it can dissipate. So it's so important that we remember who and whose we are. It is so important that we remember that we get a choice of conscious thought. We can choose what we think about. When we recognize our feelings, we turn around and say, okay, that's not what I want. That didn't serve me. I'm not staying there. And then we act. And that's the final one. So how do we do that? How do we get to that place and we get to that space of, pausing, finding the cause, and then choosing the cause? We let go of everything that doesn't serve us. Number one. Everything. Pain, even self-righteous indignation. That's my go-to. I'm good at that one. But yeah, the only person that's hurting is me. I can be right and pissed off. Or I can let go of the need to be right and be in the flow. Which one sounds better? In the moment, though. Oh, isn't that the tough one? So let go of anything that doesn't serve me. And for me, that is staying in bed and hitting the snooze bar. For me, that is going to bed late because I want to watch something instead of being in that place of getting up and being in my routine. So it's really finding that, letting go of anything that doesn't serve, especially anger and resentment. And here's the toughest one, at myself. Because I am at the top of, when I had to do, work on resentment, I was at the top of my list. I coulda, woulda, shoulda, all over myself. I've always been my own toughest critic. So, that's what the number one thing is, to get myself out of the way. The second, tune into the knowing within you. There's a sanctuary in the center of your beingness that knows, that loving creator that's more than a spark. And when we focus on it, when we are centered in it, it can warm us from the inside out. But we just need to pay attention to it. So go to your sanctuary. I don't care if it's in the bathroom stall if you need to. Go to your sanctuary. Find a space to take a breath. The perfect place to relax, calm down, and visualize the light of God that permeates in every cell is where we are. It doesn't have to be on the meditation prayer. It can be just listening to a song. Go in your car, turn on whatever you need to. Do whatever you have to do to maintain your mental center. In this way, we maintain our equanimity and stop reacting and multiplying our unhappiness. So we stay in that level space. Plan something throughout the day. Make sure you stay in that place of knowing that, okay, the day is long, so what am I going to do to make sure I stay on course? Whether it's a phone call to someone that you love that you know is going to help you, whatever it may be. When I have long days, I actually call my husband in between. All right, I'll call you on the next leg. I'll call you on the next leg. And it just helped me to stay in that place of being loved and cared for. It helps me. I'm blessed to have that. Find that. It doesn't have to be a mate. Love is all around us. It's our friends. It's our, celebrate tomorrow. Send flowers to your friends, if whoever. Be in that place. And the last one is divine your vision for life. Who you really want to be. Set yourself on the path to that goal and practice self-discipline. And that one's for me. Practice. There's so much that happens in life. And I get to choose how I act out in the world. And I get to choose how I act when I'm alone. The thinking in my head. It's what I think about. It's what I speak about. It's what I write about. Or it's what I'm not paying attention to. That's playing in the background while I watch TV, while I'm watching Netflix and watching whatever to numb out. Because it's still there. Ignoring it doesn't change it. It's still there. So I invite you to be conscious. Really be in that place of knowing. Pause and find the cause. And there's just witnessing it. Is it looking like I want it to? And if not, what do I choose instead? And go right back to that next right thought. Spirit is love. I am spirit. When I stay in that place, I feel good and life flows. That's the cause and the effect that I want to know. That's what I choose. So I invite you to do the same thing this week. What do you choose? Stay in the flow and let go of everything else. So thank you for being here. And I am so grateful that we have this opportunity to share in the love of community. And we have our next part. We have some is our sacred giving, and we have some announcements as well. And there's many ways that you can make an offering. Know that everything that you give goes towards this community and the growth of this community. If you've been spiritually fed, you can go through PayPal, and you can also set up on weekly, or you can set up for a monthly. There's different ways that you can tithe, and it's a wonderful opportunity to circulate good in the world, because that's what we do. That is the point of what we do. We circulate good in the world. So our loving sacred giving affirmation is, please say it with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is. And again, you can go to PayPal. You can do the text to give, and there's different options. But know that you are making this beloved community be able to do more good in the world. So I thank you for that. And we also, I just wanted to mention a couple of things that are coming up. We have a class that is Reverend Tony's class is coming up and beginning this week. Conscious aging connection, and she's amazing, and it's an 8-week class. Take a look at it's tonylamada.com, and she is absolutely wonderful. I also wanted to mention our last week of the month, we have a wonderful workshop, and he's also doing the Reverend Dr. Barry Fleet is also going to be doing the message, and the message is moving into your magnificence. And, the science behind it all is what he's going to talk about for the workshop. So, very grateful to have him here. And we have live music that day as well by Nathan Aswell, who's going to be here on New Thought Speaker. So, very excited about that as well. And our Sunday service is global, so you can let people know wherever they are. Yes, we're on YouTube as well as Facebook, but we're on New Thought Media Network as well at 5 p.m. And lastly, our fellowship. Join us for fellowship immediately following the service. And the number is right here. The meeting ID is here, as well as the passcode. But you can go to our weekly newsletter or our cslboston.org and get whatever information you need. Sign up for our newsletter. There's some wonderful stuff that's coming up, and this way you never miss anything at all. Thank you for being here, and our treatment today is going to be by our beloved Barbara Hewitt, who is also, she's not just on the Leadership Council, she's actually the chair of our Leadership Council. So thank you for being here. Beautiful, sparkling Barbara.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you for those wonderful words. I'm leaving with my bucket full, and I'm going to try to plug in those holes and those leaks so that I fly through the week knowing, taking that pause to discover the cause. So thank you, thank you. And now, once again, we go within to that inner sanctuary, that place of calm, that place where we experience peace and the consciousness of our oneness with the divine. And from this place, I stand in the consciousness and the knowing that I am one with this magnificence, that there is one divine, that there is one Mother, Father, Creator, that there is one that has thousands of names. It matters not the name, it matters that it is. It always has been, it is now, and it will always be. This one that we recognize as the vibration of this love. It has created and birthed all that is seen and unseen from love. I know that it is wisdom, that it is abundance and opulence. I know that it has created me whole, perfect, and complete. And so I claim and know that as I am created in its spiritual image and likeness, that I claim that. I know that the Spirit is within me, that the light of the magnificence is within me, as I live and move and have my being within its vibration. There is no separation. There is one circle, one infinite. And recognizing that I am a part of it as it is a part of me, I stand in that love. I stand as that peace. I stand as that joy and as that bliss. And so as I know and claim this as the truth of who I am, I claim it and know it as the truth of each and every one within the sound of my voice and beyond. It is the truth of all of creation. And I grasp that and I know that. And so I know that as each and every one moves through their day, leaves this wonderful experience of sacred service, and takes the next step into their life experience, they are taking it, recognizing and knowing the divine within them, recognizing and knowing the loving community that is wrapped around them, recognizing and knowing that every tool that they have and know and use, that they are complete within themselves, knowing this, knowing that as they reach out to speak to someone else, as they reach out to have someone else see them, validate them, know the truth of them, they are standing in their own divinity. I know that each one has the consciousness of their own power, their power to co-create their life experience. And using this in every moment of every day is creating an experience that they are living in joy and in peace. And as they walk through the valley of darkness and not pitching a tent there, as Reverend Ian says, simply walking through, we are there to support them. As Gina said, Rumi says, we are there to walk each other home. We are the safe place to land. We are the ones who see the divine within each one, who love them unconditionally, and to go in and do our own introspection so that we can stand in that place of recognition of the divine in all. And so I know and claim and accept all that has been spoken on behalf of each one. I stand in this place of profound gratitude to know, see, and feel the truth of each and every one, to feel the vibration of the love that is around, through, and as them. And so from this place of profound gratitude, I simply breathe this word into the law of spiritual activity, standing in confirmed faith, knowing it is so, it is done, it is complete. I say amen and blessed be. And we affirm this word by saying together, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Barbara. That was beautiful. And thank you all for joining us here. You are a gift to us. There is only one, and therefore we are all energetically in that one together, and I am grateful for it. So I wish you a happy Valentine's Day, and remember that we have fellowship coming up right after this. We have one more song on our way out, and it is Stand by Karen Drucker. So blessings to you all, and again, I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day, filled with love of all kinds. Blessings and love. Namaste.
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do. But then I finally realized I needed to take a stand, and that by changing my thinking I could change my life. And that's how I could change the world. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand. I'm gonna stand up for joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Love. I am a stand for joy. I am a stand. We are making a new world now. I know we are making a new world now. I can see it. We are making a new world now.